Do you know anyone celebrated for universally admired achievements, untouched by criticism? Have you ever met someone who crafted empires, composed timeless melodies, or achieved the extraordinary by following the soothing whispers of the crowd? If you're under the illusion that tiptoeing with the crowd, desperate for their nod of approval while avoiding judgment, is the royal road to the extraordinary, then you might want to skip this video. Since here, we'll uncover the alchemy of the courage to be disliked, a potent elixir that not only forges fortunes but propels you toward audacious goals. In the pages of The Courage to be Disliked are uncovered the footsteps and lessons that those daring enough to embrace a mindset that is not willing to surrender to the fleeting murmurs of the crowd should follow. Lesson 1. Overcome the past. The world, a simple canvas tainted by the incessant need for recognition, make people crave for acknowledgement, chaining them to the whims of others, preventing the sweet taste of freedom. The past is now an illusion according to the authors. Many people, in their feeble attempts to escape responsibility, hide themselves in the guise of past miseries, a tool employed by those seeking an excuse. One key lesson from the book is to break free from this trap, for you alone are the master of your choices. Do not allow the past to transform into chains that hide your potential. In your hands lies the authority to define what will mean what had happened. Transform the past into a repository of knowledge, capitalize its lessons. Revel in the mastery of leveraging it to your advantage, for in this transformation, you forge a destiny beyond the grasp of ordinary souls. Sarah, a young woman, was ensnared within the deceptive confines of societal expectations. From a young age, she yearned for validation, her spirit tethered to the approval of others. Sarah learned the art of people-pleasing, embracing the illusory notion that her worth lay in the recognition showered upon her. Peter, her younger brother, was a different breed. Unfettered by the shackles of societal norms, he possessed a spirit unyielding to the whims of external validation. From an early age, Peter forged his own path, valuing authenticity over approval. Their upbringing might have been similar, but their perceptions diverged like rivers charting different courses. Sarah, haunted by past insecurities and experiences, carried the weight of her history like a burden. Her past became her prison, dictating her choices and beliefs. She clung to past events, allowing them to define her present. Peter, however, chose a different narrative. He acknowledged the past as a teacher, not a jailer. Unfettered by the chains of past traumas, he embraced the philosophy of living in the present, seizing the moments that unfolded before him, capitalizing every lesson the past taught him. Lesson 2. Break free from the chains of recognition. Once upon a time, in the vibrant realm of music, Stellar Echoes, a band with an ethereal sound, danced to the rhythm of their unique voice. Their melodies, like whispers from another dimension, captivated hearts. Yet, the devil's temptation lurked in the shadows of recognition. Driven by a thirst for commercial success, Stellar Echoes strayed from their celestial path. Their harmonies, once like a cosmic embrace, morphed into predictable tunes catering to popular market demands. The band lost the very essence that made them extraordinary. They lost their real fans, the ones who loved them for being unique. Instead, their fan base became followers of the latest trends, always changing with fashion. As the once dazzling stardust of originality faded, so did their relevance. The audience, yearning for the magic of authenticity, turned away. Amidst the fading applause, Stellar Echoes face a choice: to reclaim the symphony of their unique voice or succumb to the monotonous noise of complacency. Countless bands and artists, consumed by an insatiable desire for external validation, often neglect the whispers of their distinctive voices. Within this and many other doctrines, the search for praise transforms into forbidden fruit. When art solely chases external validation, its charming magic fades away. To be liked by all is to be loved by none. Creating something unique demands courage. Breaking free from the mundane is a challenge. Criticism and rejection await anyone venturing off the non-conventional path. If you live according to the expectations of other people, you live the life they want, not the life you want. Lesson 3. Rejecting social comparison. In the book, it is suggested that feelings of inferiority and the need for approval stem from social comparison. According to the book, humans are unhappy when they dislike themselves, and they feel their greatest happiness when they contribute to society and other people. The courage to be disliked involves breaking free from this comparison and being comfortable with one's own path. Consider this: when you compare yourself to others, you remain oblivious to the sacrifices they made to reach their current status. You're unaware of the hours invested in developing specific skills, the tears shed before discovering true love, the repeated failures preceding the achievement of their goals, the rejections endured on the path to the dream job. You never truly know the price they had to pay to be where they're at. Instead of comparing, channel that energy to redirect your goals. Use their achievements as evidence of what is possible. Lesson 4. Embrace the power of horizontal relationships. Vertical relationships, according to Kashimi and Koga, the authors of the book, involve a power dynamic where one person has authority or more power over another. On the other hand, horizontal relationships emphasize equality between individuals. In horizontal connections, both parties interact on a more equal footing, respecting each other's differences without one person having dominance over the other. The idea suggested is to foster connections built on mutual understanding and equality rather than hierarchical power structures. Alex, an aspiring entrepreneur, in attempts to seek validation, surrounded himself with the popular neighborhood tribe, where leaders held control, influencing the collective journey. These leaders subtly dictated a rebellious path that the group unknowingly embraced. Alex had surrendered to the glamour, VIP entrances, and the short-term benefits that belonging to that group had for his social status. In this inauthentic realm, Alex was mirroring the choices set by those above, who cherished partying often, superficial pursuits, and temporary hits of dopamine, and who were living life without a hint of discipline or sacrifices. Alex's inner voice ended up fading, mirroring the discordant chorus around. His entrepreneurial dream found no fertile soil to take root. Alex, trapped by the wrong crowd, was tumbled down the path of mimicry that ultimately led him to mediocrity. On the other hand, Jamie, who aspired to be a politician one day, had revolutionary ideas that defied the norms and status quo at the time. Jamie surrounded himself with a tribe that was authentic to his ideals, where he could speak his mind without thinking twice. His friends championed these bold visions, and when a place didn't align with his values, Jamie didn't hesitate to distance himself. Jamie was encouraged by authentic connections. He fearlessly expressed his bold opinions wherever he was, attracting like-minded supporters. Years later, the ripple effect was profound, culminating in his triumphant victory. Never underestimate the transformative power of your connections, a guiding force that can either propel dreams to victory or drown them in a sea of conformity. Embrace relationships that harmonize with your genuine self. Avoid places where you feel the need to silence your voice to appease opinions that don't align with your principles. Discover what resonates. Your soul will guide you to what feels authentic. Lesson 5. Live here and now. Find freedom and the courage to be disliked. The authors repeatedly emphasized that to live a life of freedom, you must live in the here and now. They remind you that this starts with self-acceptance, which comes when you have the courage to make changes in your life. Kashimi and Koga stress that Adlerian psychology encourages living life as a series of moments. They cite, "Live your life as if you're dancing." This art demands courage, the audacity to sculpt change and to live in the now, where the chains of others' judgments dissipate. Picture this girl. Great potential to achieve anything. She knew exactly what her dreams were and what she wanted, but lived in a small town, encircled by small minds in her peers group, often surrounded by envy, jealousy, and people who would crush any big dream anyone would dare to have. The worst part is she knew that she had potential, but the sound of her inner voice became weaker and weaker over time, until she could hear it no more. She became so entwined in the environment, others' opinions, societal expectations, and familiars' pressures, that she ended up walking along a path with no risks, no authenticity, but safe. Not only did the noise of the opinions of others silence her inner voice, but her exclusive focus on her current circumstances also obscured the vision of her imagination, preventing her from contemplating the possibilities of the future. Years later, she pondered what might have been if it weren't for the fear. She wondered what might have happened if she had only followed the voice she once had, but let others turn down. Don't be that girl. Don't be others' people prisoner. When you care too much about the crowd, their views become the keys that confine your potential. Their opinions end up being your limits. Take risks. Find out what you want. Fail. Seek only your own approval. Try to conform only to your inner child, who is unshaped by external expectations. Never let anyone turn that voice down. Those people's opinions you care about now will not matter in a few years. But guess what? What you gave up for them will still matter years from now. Because you will never truly shut that voice down. The voice that whispers what you didn't do, but knew you could, will hunt you. The pain of failing while trying is far less than the agony of not trying at all. Remember, those who genuinely love you will support you. Pursue your goals, and you'll rapidly repel people not meant for your life. You have nothing to lose. Live in the moment, but don't ever stop using your imagination to think about what could be. Focus on the now, use the tools you have in the moment, but never lose sight of your ideal future. Those who dare to be disliked are the true masters of change. The masses may label some as cringe, and to be cringe is to dare to be different, to transcend the societal expectations, to not be conformed with what is. And in their rejection of conformity lies the seed of revolution. The world's disruptors, the game changers, all dared to defy the gravitational pull of social acceptance. Their creations were born from the audacity to be disliked. Yes, it's a frightening prospect, the fear of being an outcast, yet, it's in this very fear that the alchemy of true innovation occurs. Not everyone will appreciate your tune, relish your steps, or applaud your performance. Embrace it. For it's within the discomfort of opposition that the raw, unfiltered essence of individuality emerges. Those who dare to be disliked are the architects of a reality unseen, unexplored, and uncharted. It's in the willingness to be different, to be disliked, that the extraordinary is conceived. Let the fear dissipate, let the shackles of societal validation break, and step into the uncharted realm of authentic existence. It's there that you'll discover the untold power of being unapologetically you.